The Olympic standard is 9:23, and there is a good number of these athletes who have already achieved that. So there's a good chance, as we begin, that the top three will be validated to go to Paris. But we'll keep you up with that as we get going, as the women's 3,000-meter steeplechase final is underway.
Well, the United States has done very well at the Olympics in the women's steeplechase, starting with Emma Coburn winning the bronze medal in 2016, and in 2021, Courtney Frerichs won the silver medal. So these women, their bar is high, and they've come up in this event knowing that the bar is high.
Olivia Markosic out early, so too Annie Rodenfeld's closest to us, all in blue. Courtney Wayment there in third. Carrie, you mentioned earlier about Courtney Wayment missing the last Olympics by one spot. She finished fourth at trials. She commented recently saying many people would see that as a negative, and while it's easy to assume that, she said, for me, that actually fueled her. That gave her a lot of hope that she was that close at those trials, and it fueled her for this next go in this 2024 trials. And Val said, keeping in mind that Val Constien in the purple running third right there, number 6, she is a Tokyo Olympian. She said, I am so much better than where I was 3 years ago.
And she really is. We've seen that in her races this year. She is just dialed in. She really, after that ACL tear and having to come back from that surgery, she came back a stronger and more confident athlete.
She's been doing, as part of her training, she's been doing 1K repeats. So we're in this 3,000 meter, 3 kilometer event. She's been doing 1,000 meter repeats. How's that going to help her in this? Is that going to help her speed? What's it going to do for over the total race duration?
Well, you know, I never ran a steeplechase, but the steeplechasers, I know they really break the race down into 3 parts, the first, second, and third K, and it's always like trying to get each K a little bit faster. They know they're going to have to close hard. The top women in this race are really good closers. Their third kilometer is often their fastest, and that's what we're starting to see now. See how Courtney Wayment is really starting to string this out.
Unfortunately, that strategy earlier didn't work for Annie Rodenfeld. She's gone to the back of this lead pack, and we are down to just 2 more laps to determine who is and who is not going to Paris.
That's Marissa Howard on the outside of Val Constien there, really hanging in there. She's been running the steeple for so many years. What would it mean to her to make this Olympic team? And we're starting to see a break now. Gabby Jennings is off the back a little bit in 5th place. If she wants to make this team, she's going to have to close this gap down.
Averaging 12.5 miles as Howard comes down and shuts down Olivia Markosic. Markosic had to check up there a little bit. So in this final lap and a half, trying to determine a definite group of 5 or 6, and then it's going to come down to 3. Quick look up from Val Constien. She's checking out who's around her. Markosic has come on the inside, and Gabby Jennings has joined this pack.
And watch them over the water barrier. This is where the moves are going to be made. We're heading into the bell now, and everyone's trying to fight their way to be there in the position. We should keep an eye on the clock, Lee. I do think that the trials record could be in jeopardy.
Watch the athlete at the back on your far left. Gabby Jennings said, I feel so good right now that if I've got another gear to go to, I can find it. Well, she may have to find it because Marissa Howard surges to the bell. 1 to go to determine who's going to Paris.
Wow, look at that. Courtney Wayment had to throw her arm out. 9:09 is the trials record. We could see that go down. Now you see Markosic move to the outside, and look at Val Constien now is starting to stride out.
Val Constien says, I'm the only Olympian in this final. You want to see what an Olympian looks like? Let me show you. As she strides out down the back straight, but Markosic is going with her. Courtney Wayment's trying to get Howard. What's happened to Gabby Jennings? She's dropped off the back.
Constien has been so confident. Look at her face right now. A little bit of fear there, but she has been so confident that this is where she would take the race, and watch her over the barrier. She will try to push over that water jump and extend her lead.
It's going to come down to Courtney Wayment, Marissa Howard. Markosic had a fumble there. She stumbled in the water jump, and that's allowed Marissa Howard by. 9:23 is the Olympic standard. That won't be a problem. Look at this. What a display from Val Constien, the Tokyo Olympian. Oh, and down. Down goes Olivia Markosic. That makes it pretty simple as to who's going to Paris. Val Constien, Courtney Wayment, and Marissa Howard. Wow, what a display from Val Constien. And spare a thought for Olivia Markosic.